After traveling nearly 5,000 miles from Nova Scotia with a ship full of stone, we are finally arriving in Ascension Island. So we just got to Ascension Island. It looks freaking beautiful. We are anchored like right up on the island. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. We pretty much spent the whole day yesterday getting all the mooring lines ready for when the barges come alongside. But yeah, we're here. We're finally here. After months of getting our asses kicked, we finally made it to the promised land of Ascension Island. So here we go, baby. Loading Ascension Island. Ascension Island is a wild and unique place, located in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, about 1,000 miles from Africa and 1,000 miles from South America. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, pretty much a real-life pirate island. With a population of only about 800, there's really not much going on here. A couple military bases, an airport that has a flight once every 2 weeks. Because Ascension Island is so small, tiny, there's really not much to it. There was nowhere for our ship to tie up, so we had to anchor off the island, and we were going to be discharging our stone to barges, which was going to be pretty interesting, to say the least. Alright, so this is a huge operation right now. There's seriously like a million moving parts. I think we have 3 barges, 3 tugs, a clinker, us, and a bunch of people from the company all working together to try to get this stone to that island. Let me try to explain it the best way I can. Each day starts with the first tug coming over and heading to the stern. We'll throw out our line and bring on the hawser and connect it to the center line. Once the tug's all fast, we'll get a nice lead and pull the ship in whatever direction prevents the ship from rolling. In order for our cranes to operate, we have to keep the rolling under 5 degrees, which is easier said than done when you're floating in the middle of the ocean. After the ship's pointing in the best direction, we come out and get ready to receive one of the barges. All the mooring lines are already set up from the day before, so what we have to do is throw some heaving lines and take on the barge. The second tug will go retrieve one of the barges and bring it over to the ship. She'll hold the barge alongside until we have it all secure. The whole process doesn't take too long. Doing it every single day, a couple times a day, you get pretty good and efficient. Once everything's all set, the longshoremen will go open the cranes and we'll start scooping. The guys try to be as fast as possible, but at the end of the day, it's just one scoop at a time. And after a full day of scooping, the second tug will come back and pick up the barge. The guys just let the lines go, re-bring them back up to the ship, being sure not to tangle them for tomorrow. Easy peasy. The whole progression isn't that bad, and doing it a couple times a day, you get pretty good at it. Seeing the tug and barge guys every single day, you become pretty good friends with them. Everyone I've met down here is pretty nice, pretty chill.
All right, boys.
Depending whether or not the barge is full, the tug will either drop it off at the anchorage, or they'll bring it over to the jack-up and unload it to shore. And the third and final tug will hold the barge in place as they unload it. And from there, the stone will get loaded onto trucks and taken to the job site. Back on the ship, we'll let go of the tug and call it a day. See you tomorrow, boys. It's freaking insane. Every night when I go to check on the anchor and it's super quiet, all I hear as I walk up the deck is constant splashing and blowholes, and there's just so much marine life that's happening all around the ship constantly. It's nuts. It's like being anchored at above an aquarium or something. It's really, really cool. I can't stress it enough. The amount of marine life that was around the ship was insane. All kinds of fish, sharks, dolphins. I've never seen anything like it in all my years of sailing. And at the end of my round, I always made a point to go visit Jeff on the bridge. We'd talk about the day, how much we'd done, how many more days we have left. Probably wasn't the healthiest thing to do, but it was a nice way to finish the day off. So this is the third or fourth time the ship's been down here with a load of stone for Ascension. And the rumor around the ship is that the load can take anywhere from 45 days to 60 days, or maybe even longer than that. So as far as we knew, we were going to be here for a while. But there are definitely worse places to spend your time, that's for sure. Obviously, the main priority was being attentive to the load, making sure the operation goes smooth. But on occasion, we would try to sneak in some maintenance when we could. And after a couple weeks of loading, we hit our first speed bump. So we've been here for like almost 2 weeks, and we loaded up 3 barges, but they haven't unloaded the barges to shore yet. So it's been a couple days of just doing nothing, no cargo, which is it's definitely affecting morale, that's for sure. Guys are starting to count days and worry how long we're gonna be here. And just when we thought all hope was lost, they unloaded a barge and operations started back up. Starting to rock and roll. We did 2 barges the other day, yesterday, and it was like non-stop craziness. So, it's starting to pick up some momentum, which is good. Just about done with 5. Just finished up number 2, sweeping her up. another beautiful Ascension Island sunset. It's seriously like that every single night. We've been rocking and rolling. We only have one more hatch left, and there's like 4,000 in there, so it's not even that much. So hopefully like 3 more days and we'll be out of here. Woo! If you enjoyed the video and you'd like to support the channel, please consider liking, subscribing, or sharing the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.